Hello and welcome to this dome solar training session dedicated to our Helios RC3 mounting system for carports. Dome Solar specializes in the design and manufacture of mounting systems for photovoltaic modules on large roofs, pitched roofs, flat roofs, and carports. Our integration system designed for carports, the Helios RC3, is known for its ease of installation, 100% from below, its robustness with continuous module retention thanks to a clamp per bay, and its ingenuity thanks to universal gutter crossbars that clip onto a part which also enables grounding. We are available to answer any additional questions you may have after completing this training. Enjoy watching.
What you need to know beforehand. Upon receiving our system, check that the length of the purlins and their spacing match the plan provided by Dome Solar. Also check the materials upon delivery, both quantity and length, as the parts are custom made for the project. When considering grounding, our crossbar support clip effectively ensures the continuity of grounding between the modules and our system. You will need to ensure that the framework is properly grounded and that the inspection office does not require additional grounding for the rails. Finally, when placing your order, you can request a gauge loan to make rail installation easier. The steps of the project. Installing the lower stop. Take your Omega rails and place them on sawhorses to make the work more comfortable. Locate the double oblong hole. This will be the position for the lower stop. Unscrew the hammerhead bolt and remove the joint plate. Insert the screw into the oblong hole and into the hole of the lower stop. Tighten the assembly with a 10 mm hex socket while holding the hammerhead so that it is at 90 degrees to the oblong hole. Attaching the rail to the purlin. Depending on the length of the canopy, it may be possible to start in the middle of the array and work towards the ends with two teams. The spacing between the rails to be maintained is the length of the module plus 27 mm. Adjust your gauges identically. To help you be as straight as possible along the slope, take your measurements from the truss and make a mark on the first and last purlin, then use a chalk line to draw your guide. Be careful, always measure from the trusses, never from the purlins. Place the first rail and adjust it. Check its squareness and straightness. Secure the rail completely using purlin screws. Be sure to check the plan to see whether 2 or 4 screws per purlin are recommended. Position a chalk line at the bottom of the slope for a maximum length of 40 meters. Before fixing the next rails, check your diagonals between the first and second rail using the gauge and make sure the rail spacing is correct. Installation of the modules, clamps and finishing trim. Slide the modules in from the top of the array, lowering them until they reach the bottom stop. Place the trim pieces end to end along each edge of your carport. Slide the clamps in, ideally from the top of the carport, between the columns of modules and make sure they are resting on the frame of the modules on each side. Installation of the universal crossbars. Slightly lift the modules to slide the mold clip between the two modules until they are firmly pressed against the Omega rail. Snap the universal crossbars into the two notches. This can also be done after tightening the modules. Tightening the system. Insert the hammerhead bolts into all the oblong holes of the Omega rail approximately every 49 cm with a tightening torque of 5.5 Nm, making sure the torque limiter is properly set. In the case of rail splicing, for a slope longer than 13.2 meters, check the lengths of your rails and the location of the double holes to position the rails in the correct direction. Double hole at the bottom of the lower rail and 49 centimeters between the holes of the two spliced rails. At the upper end of the Omega rail at the bottom of the slope, the plans specify exactly where the screws should be placed. Mark a reference point 185 mm from the end of the rail. Slide the tile into the rail until it reaches its stop. Place 2 marks 45 mm from the bottom of the RC3 rail groove and draw a straight line through these 2 points along the entire length of the tile and for 20 cm on the Omega rail. Repeat the same operation on the other side of the splice bar. From this 45 mm mark, make 2 points at 20 mm and at 140 mm. Slide the steel splice bar under the Omega rail up to the 185 mm mark. Screw the assembly together using the self-drilling screws, being careful not to crush the tile too much. Attach the rail to the structure of the canopy. The second rail will be fixed to the splice bar, maintaining a gap of 30 mm. Be careful, the 2 slotted holes should be positioned on the tile side. Continue marking your axis on each side of the second rail for 30 cm. From the axis of the screw already fixed, make 2 marks at 120 and 240 mm. Carefully secure the entire assembly using the self-drilling screws in the case of a reinforcement rail, so on. Reinforcement rails are absolutely essential for landscape layouts when the modules are not strong enough to support the project's specific loads. With a reinforcement rail, you first need to install 2 individual clamps per module, which will fit onto the module frame using the specifically designated mounting slot. Slide the inter-rail clip into place and secure everything to the reinforcement rail with 2 self-drilling screws in the holes provided for this purpose.